Chassis Champ Sprints. Got 3 heat races of the Champ Sprints tonight, 20 on hand. Heat race number 1, we've got to have Cody Jenkins out of Manford, Oklahoma, in car number 5, sitting on the pole. Outside of him, Brendan Wisely out of Sand Springs in the 92. Row 2, keep your eyes on this young driver out of Sand Springs, Oklahoma, the 52 of Hank Mabe. Outside of row number 2 will be Blake Green out of Mound, Oklahoma, the 57F. Third row, Jeremy Wickham in the 21 is outside. Ryan Paget in the 98. Our final starter tonight is out of Kiefer, Oklahoma, the 1, Kimberly Tyree. Want to remind everybody we got smoking, designated smoking area behind the north grandstands at the north end. No smoking in the grandstands or in front of the concession stand. Only down at the designated smoking area.
That's too much more.
Caution light's been turned down. These drivers will be looking for the green as they come off turn 4 at the chalk line. Try to keep them side by side, nose to tail. Get a good start here. Next time. number 1. Doing a fine job there. Lineup for heat race number 2, Connor.
Nice, Christian.
17 be sitting on the front row outside the 78S, Daniel Schaefer. Driver out of Bartlesville. Row 2, we got the veteran driver of the 22T, that is Frank Taft. Outside of him, the old man in the orange taxi there, the $5, Danny Smith. Danny currently 3rd in the point standings with 1 feature event win to his credit so far in the 2025 season. Row 3, we'll find Emilio Hoover, driver out of Broken Arrow, Oklahoma, the 9. Outside him, Garth Castor is 21G. And our final starter, the 8R, currently 2nd in the point standings. That is Riker Page, driver out of Collinsville, Oklahoma. 7 cars scheduled to hit the grid here in 6-9 chassis. Heat race number 2. Also behind the north grandstands, also the Green County Speedway. As well as stop by and see Blake down there. Blake Todd, trailer down the north grandstand. final X9 Chassis Champ Sprint Heat Race. Scheduled to be on the front row will be Tyler Laporte, the 45, Owasso driver. Outside him, our current point leader, the 7F, that is Joshua Tyree. Row 2, we've got a Claremore, Oklahoma driver, the 50T, that is Todd Davis. Outside of Todd, the 11, that is Michael Tyree, the second. In our third and final row, Ray Brewer, another driver out of Owasso, the 10R. And our final competitor here in our Champ Sprint Heat Race number 3 is Blake Edwards. Blake Edwards, last year's track champion in this division, driving the 22C.
Well, then these boys are ready because we came from the smoke.
Remaining here in heat race number 3. Really good coming from the back. taking the lead here a few laps ago, the 22C. Got the cone on the front straightaway, no passing. Picking up the win, giving up the 22C driver. That is Blake Edwards.
That race smelled like nothing but hot race and burnt oil.
Up next will be our Duval Electric USRA Modified Heat Race number 1 of 2 tonight. Scheduled to be on the pole, Lane Tracer. Lane currently third in the point standings here at the Speedway. Outside of him, currently fourth in the point standings, Ben Fry in the 24th F. Row 2, we find Kendall Schultz in the 77 out of Broken Arrow. Outside of him is double zero. That is Levi Buckberger. And on the back, 4. So far, 145 here at the Speedway, the 52. That's Chad Davis. Chad picking up the Duval Electric USRA Modified win last night here at the Speedway. Looking to go back to back here. See what happens here in heat race number 1. Picking up the win. Car number 52, they come around. Give him a round of applause. Chad Davis. Cody Olson in the 5E. Sitting on the pole, driver out of Speedway, Oklahoma. Outside of him, driver currently in the 5th in the point. Number 12, that's Jerry Redmond in the 12. It's time to Roto got the lead. 17 right from number 2. And then on the back, Hunter Hill in the 31. We're still green. Electric is already modified heat race number 2 winner, giving up to the 17, Brandon Mead. All right, the DK Services now 600 to work car. He raced number 1 of 2 coming out the track. That is Larry Jensen, X15. He is 4-time track champion in this division. Outside of him, Oklahoma, 39 Rich Johnson, row 2. F57F, outside of the 3T, Transform. Row 3, Neil Patches, track F. And Tim Kafke is still 3 in our final row. Daniel Abrams in that blue, number 32. Outside of him in the white, number 7F. Out of Kellyville, Oklahoma, that is Cody Anger. Cody starting all the way up the back. Here in the 77. Yeah, picking up your win. Give us a round of applause there. These dwarf cars are powered by motorcycle racing engines. Very economical class if you're wanting to get into racing. All right, he raced number 2 of our TK Services Al 600 dwarf cars rolling out onto the grid. Bobby Milliser in the 18, sitting on the front row outside of him in the blue number 42, Jeremiah Johnson. Row 2's got the 21 up there. There's got Abrams and the 38, two-time main event winner here. That is Jimmy Forster in the black number 38. Row number 3, driving the 00, Jeff Robertson. Outside of him, that is the 63F of Brett Ford. And our fourth and final row, current point leader, also a winner last night in the dwarf division here, the 22 of Justin Fulton. Outside of him, the 27 of Jeff Hicks. All 8 cars making the call to the grid here for E-Race section number 2. Keep your eyes on this. Oh, we got one going over. Our final heat race of the evening so far will be our USRA Tuner division. These are our little 41C, Connor Brown lead. Outside him, Braxton Brown lead. In the 41B, row 2, Mallory Washerman in the 22M. Mallory currently third in the point standings. Then we have Peyton Gardner at the 41. And row number 3, the 91. That is Cale Hancock in the 91 outside him. In the 47, Sam Brodsky. And our final competitor, the 15, Wyatt Hagar. The 15, Hagar in the 15. 7 cars scheduled in our USRA Tuner Heat Race. 7 like maintenance all to the grid. Peyton Gardner in the 41, our current leader in the point standings. Cale Hancock in the 91, currently fourth in the point standings. Currently fifth in the point standings in our tuner division. Give it up for the 41C, Connor Brown lead. All right, race fans, that completes the first part of our race program. So you can get up, stretch your legs, go down and get you something at the concession stand. If you're 21 and older, head over to the beer garden, get you an adult beverage. Plenty of soft drinks down at the concession stand, bottled water. Got plenty of good food down there. Got nachos, quesadillas, hot dogs, walking tacos, chicken baskets, and hamburgers. About anything that you could ever want down at the concession stand.
All right,
We're going
guys.
to do a little track prep a little bit before we
I think I'm
do
gonna
the
go ahead and
bicycle races. So
take me a break in this intermission as well. Rest my arms. We'll come back to it for the speaker races.
I'll call for you in just a little bit, but we want to do a little track prep first. Then we'll have the bicycle races, and then we'll come back with our main event.